What does everyone in this world, in this city, in this class have in common? We have all experienced bullying in one way or another, whether it be from the victim standpoint, the bullier standpoint, or just a bystander. We've all been affected in one way or another. The fact is, people don't really realize what's happening right in front of their eyes. How does this relate to what we're learning today? It relates because bullying back then and bullying now are two completely different things. The introduction of smartphones, the introduction of the internet, and what a new term is, cyberbullying. So, let's go ahead. What is the definition of cyberbullying? The definition of what bullying is to use superior strength or influence to intimidate someone, typically to force him or her to do what one wants. Now that we got that out of the way, how would that compare from what it was before to what it is now? Before we go on and talk about the different scenarios of bullying before and now, let's talk about the different situations that can happen in bullying. There are three main people in bullying. Bystander is the one looking at the scenario. The bullier is the one that's using the strength or influence on the victim. And the victim is the one who's actually being influenced by the bullier. It has become this virus, really, where there's no immunity. The awareness is starting to increase a little bit, but every time something happens, like between the 19th century and the 20th century, it mutates. It finds new ways to be able to combat the antidote. What is the antidote? You will see. So, let's start off with the situation. Next video clip is something from a movie called The Cyberbully.
Oh, she's crying. She must have seen the video.
Everyone's seen it. 500 views last time I checked.
You guys have all seen it, right? Isn't it hysterical? What video?
Just wait till you see it.
Stack me up or crumble and drift along. I am just another nothing. Line me up or fold in and then be gone. Well suited for a racing, fading into hazy and sinking strong.
I'm Taylor Hillridge. Want to have a good time? $5, all it takes.
You smell like a bit of a sewer. You ever take a shower?
How about $2? Or one? 50 cents? How about I pay you to show me a good time?
Gross.
I act like I'm the most holy and pure thing at school, but I'm really the dirtiest little whore.
can't. I have done it again. I have been here many times before. Hurt myself again today. And the worst part is there's no one else to blame. Be my friend. Hold me, wrap me up. Unfold me, I am small. And needy, warm me up. And breathe me.
I'm the real Taylor Hillridge.
Ouch, I have lost myself again. Lost myself and I am nowhere to be. I think that I might break. Lost myself again and I feel unsafe. Be my friend.
I'm the real Taylor Hillridge.
Hold me, wrap me up.
And I don't know why everybody hates me so much. But maybe I do. Because now I hate me too. And right now, I really don't see the reason for trying or for talking or for breathing. I'm just done. So that's it, I guess. Pick up the phone, Taylor. Pick up the phone, Taylor. Taylor?
This is Chris. It's Samantha. I think something's wrong with Taylor. She posted a video online and now she's not answering the phone, and I'm really freaking out.
Samantha, slow down. I can't understand you.
I think she's trying to kill herself.
Oh my God.
Taylor? Taylor? Where's Taylor?
How should I know? I'm grounded.
Taylor? 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 I can't get the cap on.
Taylor? Sit down, sit down, sit down. I got it.
Pretty amazing, right? Mind-blowing. What would you do in that scenario? Would you be the bystander? Would you be the victim? Or would you be the bullier? According to StopBullying.gov, 28% of the US in grades 6 through 12 experience bullying. How much of those are cyberbullying? About 9% of students, grades 6 to 12, experience bullying on the internet or any type of digital technology. What about grades 9 through 12, high schoolers? Well, about 20% of the US students in grades 9 to 12 experience bullying. How much of those do you think are internet or cyberbullying related? Is it 2%? 5%? No. Surprisingly, it is 15% of high school students, grades 9 through 12, were electronically bullied this past year. Can you believe the number? Out of 20% that were being bullied, 15% were being bullied electronically. Now, how often are people bullied? According to StopBullying.gov, one large study, about 49% of children in grades 4 through 12, so basically throughout elementary, middle, and high school, reported being bullied by another student at school at least once in the past month, whereas 30.8% reported bullying during that time. Now, let's look at some statistics between 2005 and 2014 by the CDC. In 2005, the CDC reported among ages 10 through 14, there's a suicide rate of 270. Ages 15 through 24 had a suicide rate of 4,212. Let's look at the suicide rate for the same age group in 2014. As we can see, ages 10 through 14, there's a suicide rate of 425 suicides. Ages 15 through 24 had a rate of 5,079 suicides. Those numbers increase at a rapid rate. Now, let's look at the suicide rate by age between 2000 and 2014. As we can see here, in the year 2000, the crude rate was 12.2. As we go to 2014, that increased to 14.8. Now let's compare that suicide statistics rate to an internet user population by years. 2005, not very many people, right? Especially not very many people on mobile devices. As we progress through the years, we can see that around the year 2010, we have about 750 million units that are using smartphone devices and about 2,000 people that are using internet devices, period. We go all the way to 2014, and that number skyrockets to 2,250 for people that are using internet devices on their smartphone, all the way to almost 3,000 people using internet on computers, devices, etc. So, how is this a virus? Well, a virus can get inside you. It can take control of your body, and it can ultimately end up killing you. A virus can also spread, just like bullying. Bullying isn't contained within two people. It can easily spread to anyone, and no one is immune from it. So, what's a cure? What you guys can do is go and make sure that everyone gets help, whether it be the bystander or the victim. Making sure that even the bullier is getting help, because bullying doesn't end up just being in one place. The bullier may actually have some problems also to deal with. Making sure that all three get help, whether it be from you or from a teacher or from a professional. Making sure that all of you guys get help. So now, let's get a recap. We are all affected by this epidemic. We are all either a bystander, someone who is just watching a scene happen. We may also be the victim, someone who is being hurt physically or psychologically. Or we may be the bullier, someone who is hurting someone else physically or psychologically. Let's go back to some statistics. Between the year 2000 and 2015, there's been over a 2-time increase from 6% in 2000 all the way to 13% in 2015. So, we can see that it became easier and easier for a victim to hurt someone else 24/7. Combine this with the excess of the 19th century of hurting someone physically, and now someone online, virtually, emotionally, and you have a disaster on your hands. Now, we may all have the virus in us, whether it be we got it in our past times when we were youth, or whether it be you have it now. Even though bullying has changed from it just being more of a physical thing in the past to nowadays being more of a physical and psychological thing in the future, it is all still one concept: bullying. It's again like a virus. As time progressed, it has evolved. And like anything in history, if we don't learn from it, it can repeat itself, or it can keep growing and become a greater and greater danger to all our youth. So, for me, as the years went on, I became more aware of this. And I got to the point where I got really fed up with all the situations happening over and over again. The Scouting program has taught me a lot of things on what I should do in these cases. As Yusuf, the YouTuber from Joseph Fusi, once said, sometimes the most quiet people are the ones who need the help the most. Be that someone. And that's what I want to be. Do you?